Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on completing week 3, neglected diseases, where you learned much about zoonotic diseases, vectors, and One Health responses. For this week, I'm glad to welcome you to week 4 learning activity. Week 4 is divided into 2 independent learning activity categorized as part 1 and part 2, where part 1 is health policy and disease prevention and control, and part 2, public health surveillance system. We will learn more about these 2 different subjects, complemented by a narrative teaching slide by the subject experts, Professor Flavia Senkobuche, who is the Deputy Dean Stakeholders Relation, as well as a Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Pretoria, as well as the late Professor Brendan Giggler Brown, who was Extraordinary Professor of Public Health Medicine, School of Health System and Public Health. We will sure learn a lot from them. Your week 4 learning activity sheet will guide and help you navigate through this week's program. Follow the instructions and read through all the questions required by each activity before sending or answering and uploading for submission. Remember, you have 1 or 2 attempts at most to answer the questions, so take your time before answering and before hitting that send button to avoid unnecessary recalling and request for the extra attempt that usually take time to resolve. With regard to quizzes, remember, quizzes, you have got only 1 chance to attempt them. Observe all the due dates for submissions as was in the previous week 1 to 3. So nothing has changed in week 4 regarding such valuable instructions. Number 1, continue to work in your respective groups where you have been assigned to do so. If you want to earn maximum points or score in any given discussion, particularly where the instruction says to discuss and comment on 2 other posts, try to expand or elaborate as much as you can with new synthesized facts from the discussion posted by your fellow colleagues. If you concur or disagree with their posts, for example, rather than saying, yes, I agree, exactly my point, you took my words, instead you should opt for rational comments and fair reasoning, which are all that we want to hear from you in this regard. Never copy and paste your colleagues' work. That constitutes plagiarism and is a serious offense if found doing so. University of Pretoria takes plagiarism as a serious offense. Over the past week, there have been some queries related to missed submissions due to various valid reasons ranging from module access, module denial due to unpaid fees, the wiki access denial, which we have resolved in many of you, lapsed submission time, or technical issues such as funeral attendance, hospitalizations, and many more. Such valid reasons where students requested extra chance and opportunity to submit, we have taken all those into consideration. If you were affected by any of these points above that I've just mentioned, panic not. Do not worry. There will be a once-off summative assessment at the end of either week 6 or week 7 or week 8. The communication will come from me directly, depending on how many students were affected. So I will inform you well in time when can we take such assessments and who qualifies to take the assessment. Remember, not everybody will qualify to take assessment. If you score 50 and above, you won't be allowed to take this assessment. So you must work hard from now. Do the postings of all the weeks, attempt all the queries, the quizzes, do them as per expectation. So in this assessment, you will complete a summative assignment that covers work from week 3, One Health, week 4, health policy, and week 6 outbreak investigation. In your preparation for this assessment, please do some scope reading on the following: One Health and One Health strategy, the role of One Health and disease prevention in week 3, health policy and disease outbreaks in week 4, disease outbreak investigation in week 6. But like I said earlier, don't worry about this. We will inform you when that time comes. The following book may be or may have valuable information: The One Health Approach to Infectious Disease Outbreak Control, Current Perspectives on Viral Disease Outbreaks, Epidemiology Detection and Control. So I've put in the reference in your readings. You are welcome to do that, to read. For now, you must continue to work as normal and observe the submission due dates as set in your to-do activity guiding list. I hope all is clear, ladies and gentlemen. Regarding students at risk, for sure you may have received an email cautioning you that you are at risk. Don't panic. The mail will come directly from UP Online administrators. So they will continue to issue a list of such students who do not comply with submission due dates or deadlines every Monday of every week. Some will be contacted by UP Online directly. The ones in red highlights are the most at risk and highly affected. So in other words, if you see your name in red, it means you must pull up your socks. Some of your week 1, week 2, week 3 submissions are due. Any other names not on the red highlights are not at higher risk and must not panic, but continue to work hard and submit their work on time. Treat this list as you progress, guide to see how far you are from the at-risk boundary line. When contacted by UP Online, please cooperate with them. The idea is not to shame any students, but to help you pass the module and solve technical problem you may have. Excuse me. The assessment for week 4 are compulsory and comprised of 1 quiz or test, 1 discussion forum that is designed as module participation, and 1 graded assignment for each week 4 part 1 and week 4 part 2. Always proofread your work before posting or hitting the send button for typographical errors, grammar and spelling text, as they may work against you. This week you will receive an overall feedback on your week 1 to week 3 completed work so far. I saw there were some few queries, especially with regard to week 2. So we will send the summarized feedback to you to refer. Read and improve from this feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, I have spoken a lot, but hopefully a mouthful. If you listen to me attentively and read these guidelines, you won't falter in wrong. I hope you will again have an enjoyable week full of online teaching and learning experience. Remember, my door and that of your tutors are always open should you wish to talk to us. Always copy your tutor when sending a query to me. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck and I thank you.